Hi guys, so I have been using this Nothing Phone 2A for 1 week now. I got it on 9th of March and today is 16th of March, almost the end of 16th of March. So I wanted to share my 1 week experience or the review. Before we start, please do like and subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and like the video. Thank you. Will not take much time, but it will help my channel grow. So let's get started. First, I want to talk about the build quality because when you buy a new phone, the build quality is what matters the most. I mean, the first impression when you first hold it in your hand. So, how does it feel? Now, this is actually was very surprising because this is a budget phone. In India, it is around 23,000. In UK, it's 319 pounds. Considering the price range, I was actually surprised how good it felt. So, it is made of plastic. All the frames, all the back is made of plastic, as I already told in my previous videos. But this does not feel like a plastic when you actually use it. It feels like it is glass. You have some transparent edges here, and of course, the whole back is transparent. And the best part is that it is not heavy. Now, considering the size of this phone, this is I think around 6.7 inches, and phones of this size are generally about 200 grams of weight, or even like 210, 220. The S24 Ultra that I have been using is basically one of the heaviest phone, 234 grams. But this is I think only around 190 grams, and it actually makes it very easy to hold. Put it in your pocket, even because it's a large phone, but still if you put it in pocket, you don't feel it to weigh as much as the other glass phones. So this basically makes it easier to hold, and the buttons are like very sturdy, very clicky. You can hear it. So a good tactile feedback on the buttons, good build quality makes it very good phone to use on a day-to-day basis. So I really like that. So if you had any concerns about the build quality, you should not be worried. Next, it's about the software. So of course, after you have went through the physical aspects of the phone, software is a thing basically that will make or break the deal for you. I'm happy to say that Nothing has done absolutely a fantastic job. This is my first Nothing phone that I have used, and it actually gives such a clean experience. I have been using mostly Samsung in the past few years. I have used the iPhones. I generally tend to stay away from the Chinese phones like OnePlus, Xiaomi, Oppo because they have a lot of bloatwares. This actually has zero bloatware. Basically, Pixel and Nothing. These are the only two phones where you say there is no bloatware as such. Even in iOS, I will consider those apps like GarageBand, etc., to be bloatware. Even in Samsung, people say that the Samsung software or the Samsung apps are bloatwares because Google already has those apps. Based on my experience, this is actually a very fantastic thing. The software experience. The only complaint I will have on this, and it's nitpicking, that you can see the difference in the app icon where Nothing has able to optimize the icons versus the icons which is not optimized. You see, Amazon is not optimized and Argos and whatnot. So if it would have given us a consistent feeling of having all the icons in the same color, then it would have be made it like taken to a next level. Currently, you have to ensure that you are keeping all the similar looking apps in one place, and maybe all the apps which are not app icons which are not optimized in the other page. So that is how it will work. So yeah, maybe Nothing can work with those app developers to ensure that all the icons of same color, size, shape. But so far, it depends on you. So far, as you can see, I have none of the colorful icons on this. So it gives a very different feeling. And I have removed the app names also, which makes it very aesthetically pleasing. And in terms of the other aspects of software, like in general scrolling, It is very smooth. It's like almost for a budget phone, it's like at another level. I mean, even I can say it can compete with the Pixels and the Samsungs. There could be some micro stutters sometimes when maybe you're putting too much pressure on the phone, but in general scrolling, it is very smooth. That is at least how my experience has been. And also, Nothing has given us many nifty features. So, the signature, Nothing glyph lights. So, those are a very important part of the Nothing software package. So, you can check on the link which I will show here. I had posted some tips and tricks videos, so you can go through it where I am talking in detail about the glyph lights and the other aspects of the software, the widgets, the lock screen, and other things. So overall, if you are concerned about software, please don't be. It is absolutely a pleasure to use the software. Next is the processor. Now processor, this is the, I think 7200 Pro Dimensity one. For me, the day-to-day usage matters more. And here I can say that the processor is completely fine for day-to-day usage. Even a couple of, email, I have my Outlook Teams installed, so I have been using emailing from them. So I have not faced any hiccups so far. So I think the processor is good enough, especially for the price range. And but yeah, if you are a big gamer, then I will suggest looking at the other gaming review of this phone, because there I think some of the reviewers mentioned that it cannot like support very high setting gaming. So maybe then you can go to the Redmi's or the Realme's where they probably have a better processor and are more optimized for gaming. So it depends on your use case. If you're a heavy gamer, then maybe you can think of other phones. But if you just want a consistent phone for day-to-day things, work, email, social media browsing, and occasional gaming, then this is a very good phone for you. Next are the cameras. Now I have put in another video, which you can see the link here. So you can go see that video. I have taken some video samples and the camera pictures there, and yep, so you can take a call for yourself. So in a nutshell, I will just say that the camera is decent on this. If the lighting is good, it is very usable. I mean, you can get some very good shots on this. It will not be at the flagship level, but if you're just using it to post on social media, you won't notice a difference. But when the light is low, that's when the issue happens, especially in videos. So in the other YouTube video that I posted, you can see that in low light the videos are very grainy and jittery, but the photos are still decent in low light, especially if you turn on the night mode. You can see some of the samples I will also post in this video, so just have a look. All right, so now you have seen the samples of a photo. So I think overall it's a pretty decent camera hardware. Maybe in its current state, some of the other phones like Realme, Redmi, the Note 13 Pro, they might have a better camera, but I think they're also more expensive than this. And knowing that Nothing has a good track record of updating their phone. This has already received one update. So maybe they will further optimize this camera to make it better. So far, I've noticed some color inconsistency between ultra wide and wide. But I think at this budget, you cannot complain. It is quite good for this price range. So this was about the cameras. Next up is the battery life. So for battery life, I will just show you my current battery stat. So currently I am at 74%, and it says that I have a further 1 day, 1 hour to go based on its estimation. So I charge it at 2:48 p.m. Now, right now it's almost 12 midnight. So almost 9 hours, and I have got a screen on time of 2 hour 5 minutes. So 2 hour 5 minutes and 26% battery usage. pretty decent. And I also went out for a couple of hours in between, so it's a mix of Wi-Fi and 5G. So, and on the other days, I have even used it on 5G all day, taken it to work. So it will last you for a full normal day, no issue as such. But yeah, if you are continuously using camera and playing games, then of course any phone will need a recharge by evening. But this has got a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and the processor is not that power hungry, so it pretty much holds out very well in a normal day-to-day usage. You can easily expect 6 to 7 hours of screen on time on a mix of Wi-Fi and 5G. So that was about the battery. I think that's it from my side. I don't have anything else to talk about. So, and please do like and subscribe my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and cheers.